What's up everybody, welcome back to another video by TrunkFreshScreen34, and today's actually going to be a pretty fun day because I am reviewing my first ever Cars Toon on this channel, something I actually just haven't done before, at least in the Mattel line. I technically have done the Disney Store Mater Private Eye Pack, but I've never reviewed a Mattel Cars Toon before that I can remember. So, yeah, this kind of shocked a lot of people, including me. Mattel brought back the Cars Toons line in the main line this year. Now granted, it looks like it's only going to be Tokyo Mater stuff, which makes sense. That was the most popular short by far. It's easily the best one in my opinion. So it makes sense that they're going to focus on that one, at least for right now. And they're doing quite a few releases from it. We've got Patokaa here. There's also, let me grab it. We also have Ito-san, who I'll be reviewing in the next coming week and a half or so. And then after that, we have Drift Party Mater is out right now. Dragon McQueen is in a 2-pack with him. There's a 2-pack of Kabuto and Kabuto Ninja. So they are kind of going all out with the Tokyo Mater releases this year, which is awesome. Because we haven't had tunes on the shelves since like before Cars 3 came out, which was like over 6 years ago. So yeah, it is absolutely fantastic that they're doing it again, especially for me, because my Toons collection is super small, so now I can kind of build out my Toons shelf, which I am absolutely excited to do. It's going to be awesome. And we're starting it off with Patokaa. So, let's jump right into it. Of course, they decided to put him on the Red Riders packaging, which I'm not really a fan of, and you'll see why in a minute. All of the cars on the singles lineup for the Tokyo Mater stuff just use artwork of Tokyo Mater himself, which is very disappointing. I don't know why they didn't have artwork made for these guys. Like, it just looks really jarring to only have Mater on all the packages, and it's been like that since the beginning. It was like that in 2009, 2010 when Toons started as well. But here I think it just looks extra weird, in my opinion. They now say on the front that it is as seen in Tokyo Mater. And also, something new to these recent cases is that now the Red Rider's background actually extends into behind the blister. Before there was like a white space or something in the blister area, but now it's just the red background, which looks kind of nice. Now on the back, they say it is from Cars Toons, and you can see Patokaa, Drift Party Mater, and Ito-san. But you can see that they actually have this like Tokyo background on the back, which isn't even from Tokyo Mater, by the way. This is from Cars 2. But what I think is interesting is like, why didn't they put that background on the front? I think that just would have looked super cool and would have differentiated them the same way the on-the-road cars are. Now, granted, it looks like the on-the-road cars will no longer have specific packaging starting late this year, maybe early next year. So it makes sense that they maybe just wanted to go for a more unified look and have everything on the Red Riders background. But I think maybe even just for this year, they could have tried to switch up the background. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of how they've done it. But the back here is nice. I do like how they actually put a Tokyo background here, even if it's from Cars 2 and not Tokyo Mater. So, without further ado, let's get Patokaa all opened up. This was another one that I ordered alongside Kelly Beambright. So I got Kelly, Patokaa, and Ito-san, all from the same seller. Very, very nice seller. Sold these to me at a pretty solid price. And right off the bat, I am noticing something that I am not a fan of. So here's my Patokaa all opened up, and you can see there's this like something happening with the paint here. It doesn't come off. It almost looks like the paint itself is like ruined. Definitely not a fan of that. That is major disappointment right out of the package. Not a fan at all. But the rest of the diecast fortunately looks awesome. So Patokaa, of course, appears in Tokyo Mater. He is one of the many police officers who decide to pursue Tokyo Mater for speeding and reckless driving, basically. And Then he gets distracted and stops inside the donut shop. So a pretty noteworthy appearance, I'd say. I thought the donut shop gag was pretty funny, so definitely a fan of that appearance. But he has a really great expression. He's looking off to the side, so he's not very, it's not a robotic expression. And also, I like how kind of determined it is. I was trying to see if I could see his mouth. There it is. It's a very determined expression, even though he's kind of appears for like the quick donut gag. They gave him a nice determined expression, which looks super cool. You can kind of recreate a cool scene with that. Very nice. So the top of him is all white, as you can see, and then the lower half, right around where the door handle starts, is all black. A very nice color contrast. I like that. And then on the side here, it says police. We have some Japanese characters there. I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know what that means. If anyone else does speak Japanese, I should say, please let me know in the comments what that says. And then we have, it looks like a little police emblem there, or badge, which is super cool. We have more Japanese characters up top here. I think it's actually the same 3 on all sides. Yeah, I think it is. See, I'm not sure what it means. Maybe it means police. I don't know. Then we have this like red see-through siren here, which is really cool. I like how it's curved like that. Interestingly, it is elevated, so I think this is supposed to almost act like a hat. Maybe, I'm not sure. You can kind of see here how it's the siren piece, and then these like characters are all on this like elevated white chunk here. Again, not too sure what's up with that, but it looks cool, I guess. On the back here, it says police again, with a license plate that just says 43-56. And you've got bright red tail lights back there. I really like the rims, definitely kind of a unique feeling to them. Kind of look, I don't know, maybe it's just the simplicity of the design. It kind of looks like something you'd see on like a fun Hot Wheels car, but I actually think they look pretty nice. So that's definitely not a knock against it. Then here's the base, of course, made in Thailand, in the 8th week of what I believe would just be 2023. Now, one thing I will note, this will probably bother some people, is the eye plate is super visible. You can see kind of how the eye plate is like pushed in, so it looks very obviously segmented. A lot of the Thailand cars that have eye plates, it doesn't bother me on, to be completely honest, but here you can tell that they're segmented eyes, so it does look a little jarring. And the eyelid color is like a very noticeably grayish color compared to the all-white upper body of the car. So it's definitely a bit of a distraction. But it's more of a nitpick, honestly. Like, I don't think that's a point against this release, at least in my opinion. That stuff doesn't really bother me, but I did think I would mention it because that is important to some people. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Patokaa here. All in all, a really solid release. Very disappointed that mine came with like that paint blemish there. That is super frustrating. Because that's not the first time that's happened this year. Gearston Marshall that I got way back at the start of the year also had a similar problem, where the nose was like, it wasn't really a chip, but it looks like something happened to the paint and I couldn't get it off. Very disappointing, honestly. It's like Thailand's quality control is beginning to slip more and more, and it's kind of unfortunate, to be honest. It kind of reminds me of like the last year or two of the Made in China cars, because quality control on those kind of got hit or miss for a little bit there. But overall, solid release. Definitely a big fan. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Patokaa in the comments. And like I said, I will be reviewing Ito-san from Tokyo Mater as well in the coming weeks. Not really as excited to review that one as I was Patokaa. I think Patokaa is just a much cooler design, whereas Ito-san, I don't know, kind of just looks like a basic background character, even though he was one of the few characters in the short to have a speaking role, so he is pretty significant, I guess. But yeah, that's about it for this Patokaa review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye now.